morning, I'll be heading south to Fort Lauderdale to accompany a friend on his passage from Florida to the Bahamas.
So the original hole is 1/4.
Yeah.
So I drilled 5/16 on top of it. I need to cut this.
We're getting the tiller pin for the electronic autopilot repaired. The pin was loose, so we drilled the hole bigger, filled with epoxy, and let it cure overnight. While it cured, we set off to do some provisioning.
Box in front of the camera with the white label on the back of the box.
Later that day, Marco attended a Proctored COVID antigen test, which needed to come back negative in order to clear immigration in the Bahamas. I received a negative test the day before leaving Hilton Head Island.
Okay, so do you see a single pink line which is next to the control?
Yes.
So you've been tested negative for COVID-19.
I marked 1 inch on the drill.
Help steady it. Yeah. The next morning, we continued our preparation by drilling a hole the size of the pin, adding a little epoxy before reinserting the pin. We're getting ready to head out here. The Fort Lauderdale Inlet, and we're gonna have southwesterlies that are gonna meet us out there, and everything should clock around to a run by the time we get halfway or more across the Gulf Stream, and it'll work in our favor as we sail downwind into West End, where we'll check in. So let's talk about this crossing real quick. We can't rightly set a heading directly for our destination because we have the Gulf Stream setting us north. The Gulf Stream has a northerly current and is about 40 nautical miles at our crossing. Take the width, divide it by our expected boat speed, and you get the number of hours we expect to be in the Gulf Stream. Multiply the number of hours by the average current speed of the Gulf Stream, and you get the distance of drift between you and your destination. So what we do is set a heading at about 85 degrees. This will compensate for the set and drift of the Gulf Stream, and we arrive at our destination as planned. After clearing the 2 remaining drawbridges, we were on our way out of the inlet. We looked like an ant compared to this massive crew liner. in the Gulf Stream. Oh yeah. Let me have a word with the ocean.
Aeolus.
We're doing 5'9", 6 knots. We were making better time, so we adjusted our course a few degrees more north. And we'll just keep an eye on that, but but for now it's really nice. I think we got about 11, 12 knots on the beat. The autopilot, the wind vane is, it's perfect. 6.4.
Well, it's 6 a.m. 6 a.m. on Monday the 28th, and we're about 12 nautical miles outside of West End. We're able to keep about 3.5, sometimes pushing 4 knots, but we're under a double reefed main going downwind, and Marco's asleep. We'll shake out that reef and then pull out the head sail and pick up another knot or so. But yeah, it's nice to be back in the daylight. Your bearings are far more easily made during the day. Well, unless the sky's clear, which it was mostly cloudy last night. But no real close calls with any vessels out.
We were about 4 nautical miles out of the port of entry in the Bahamas, so we fired up the engine and made our way in. Notably, we were within just a few miles of where we plotted to be for our destination. After tying up at the dock, we headed to immigration to clear into the country. One Shelter Cove Lane. After saying goodbyes to Marco, I headed into Freeport where I would spend a couple nights before heading back to the States.
Deep sea diving, deep reef diving, we got it all here.
Sports fishing every day.
You can go down to the, what's it called now? The fish farm. Down over there on Peterson Key. Great spot to go for goldfish, barracuda, and also snappers as well.
Huge thanks to those in Freeport for their epic hospitality.
Because it's pressure every man never find out. We going by guest house and hide out. He does not see on the manners and just see how she